Hello, hello. Nobody in here, but I'm just driving along. Still got about an hour and a half left on the drive. 11:40 at night. Long, dark turnpike. Well, maybe somebody will come in here eventually. Notice that I'm live. But who knows? Maybe not. Didn't see anybody else live, so thought I'd see if maybe anybody was around and wanted to keep me company. Hey, what's up, Daniel? Pork chop, how's it going? Posted a link if anybody wants to come up and chit chat. Keep me company on the long, boring drive. Yeah, it was just a little impromptu live. Audio only since there's nothing to see. Hope you guys had a good, happy Father's Day. Daniel, I know you guys got kids. What's going on, Earl? Thanks for popping in. Got 5 people in here already. Well, I just crossed into Missouri. Misery. Hey, Lean, how's it going? Yep. I didn't really see anybody else live at the point in time that I was thinking about doing it, so I went ahead and set it up. Quite a bit, Earl. Glad it was a good day for you, Daniel. Pork chop, I don't know if you have kids, but if you do, happy Father's Day. Hey, Nets, how are you? Post some videos for Piggy so you're on your phone. I got you, Lee. Thank you, Nets. Hey, Piggy. Yeah, my Father's Day wasn't as good as it could have been because I didn't have Dominic today. But, you know, his mom took him to go see his great grandma along with his siblings in Virginia. Dom hasn't seen her since he was 4 months old. And he's 5.5 now. So, thank you, Nets. Piggy is in the house. Well, the link should be there for you guys. Anybody wants to come up? If it's not, let me know. I'll repost it. Yeah, he does. His mom called me via Duo, which is a Android video calling app, and They're on their drive to Virginia. I got to video chat with him. He showed off his little medal that he found at a garage sale. He was proud of it. I didn't really see what the emblem on what the thing on the medal was, but he was proud of it. Where am I driving? Driving back to Springfield, Missouri, where I've been working for the last. When did I start up there? I started May 12th was when I started. I'll be on this job for another 4 months or so, probably. Driving to Springfield, back to the motel where I stay. I'd like to find me a furnished apartment or something that I can get. Because paying $1,900 a month to stay in a motel is a bit outrageous. Hey, Don Orr, what's going on, buddy? How are you, Don? I haven't seen you on any lives lately. Yeah, Piggy. It was good to hear him tell me Happy Father's Day and he loves me. And he got to say it to Papa, too. Hey, Gene, what's going on? I got, well, coming up on exit 8, so I got 78 or 72 miles left till I get to the room. Yeah, Gene, thank you. I had a good Father's Day. Hope you did too. My dad went on a ride. He left Friday. I don't know where he went. And I know he went down to South Oklahoma, and I don't know where all they went. But he was gone for the weekend. He got back about, I don't know, about 3:30 today. So didn't get to spend a whole lot of Father's Day with him. But, we sat around and watched some TV and BS'd a little bit. I had to get things ready to go and had to get stuff out of my truck for my fishing trip. Had to load stuff back in my truck. Had to do my laundry. And I went ahead and cooked him dinner. If any of you guys haven't seen it, I made a community post. Made a post on my community tab. Grilled up some ribeyes and some asparagus. All right, Daniel, good night. Thanks for popping in, bud. Yes, Aline, kids are amazing. He is definitely a blessing. Well, there's a comment. You didn't hear from your son today? Damn, that's not good. Hope he's all right. I don't know why my brother didn't come over to the house and see my dad. I'm sure he called him. What's up, Devil Dog? How you doing? I thought maybe somebody would come up and verbally keep me company and help read chat. That's all right. How you doing, Devil Dog? We're just cruising up the turnpike, I-44. Actually, it's not turnpike now. Back on just regular interstate 44. Probably need to slow down a little bit. It's already late. Like 5 minutes difference. Still got to get back to the motel room. And I got to pay for this next week. Friggin' Springfield is outrageous on their motel rooms. Cost me $450 a week. Hey, we got somebody. We got Devil Dog. What's going on, Devil Dog?
There you go, brother. I'll keep you company.
All right, cool. How you doing?
All right, man.
Well, there must be a. Well, I'm in Joplin. I'm in Joplin right now. I guess there's a dog food factory in Joplin. Because it smells like freaking dog food.
Piggy's Piddles, how you doing? Dink over Stink Catfishing. Thank you all for coming in and keeping the animal company on his long drive home. How long you got, the animal?
Oh, what do I got? Mile marker 13, so I got 67 miles left to the motel.
Where are you headed?
Springfield, Missouri, where I'm working.
Ah, okay. You gotta go back. Yeah. You gotta go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta be there at 8 in the morning. I've been getting a late start leaving the house. I haven't been getting on the road until after 9 o'clock on the Sundays that I've gone home. So 3.5 hour drive.
William Warner, how you doing today? Pork chop.
Like 276 miles. Then another 3.5 hours up to St. Louis if I wanted to go up there.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. I don't really like driving a whole lot.
Oh. Go ahead.
I mean, my job, I drove all over Houston, but, you know, as far as long distance driving, because when I got out of the Marine Corps, I drove from California all the way to Texas, and that was a long freaking drive, man. I don't know how 18-wheeler guys do it. And after driving for a while, man, starts getting sleepy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I used to work for a pipeline contractor. I was a mechanic, but the boss, I was kind of the company hotshot driver. The boss would always send me around the country, even Mexico one time, to go pick stuff up or take things places. I never had my CDL, but if it was able to be taken in a pickup truck or I needed to drive a truck somewhere or something, I would hit the road and go. So I have countless trips to Pennsylvania, and there was one summer I made probably about 10 trips just to California and Yuma, Arizona.
Yep, I've been to Yuma.
Yeah. We were doing pipeline, we were doing 2 different jobs down in Mexico, and we had to broker everything over. And our lowboy trailers that we used to haul our heavy equipment, they were too big. They weren't legal to go into California. So we had a drop yard in Yuma. And there was a time that our side booms, pipe layers, we had a drop yard there, and all that stuff come in. Well, the side booms, you had to pull the counterweight racks, the boom, the blocks, everything off. And they needed somebody to load that stuff. So the boss sent me out there, and I spent a week and a half there. I got there, and there was one load. Well, there was a couple trucks worth of fall off there to load up. So I got it loaded, and I called him. I said, I'm done. He said, oh, there's more coming across. He said, go back in tomorrow. Well, I went in, nothing was there, and he said, just go in once in the morning, once in the evenings, and check and see if anything's shown up. He said, go through customs and get across the border and everything. So I spent a week and a half there, and it was 114 degrees pretty much every day.
Yeah, when I was in Yuma, I was there for a weapons training battalion in the Marine Corps, and I freaking got bronchitis when I was there.
That's not good. That's a crazy place to get bronchitis because, well, I don't know. I tend to think bronchitis kind of associated with like cooler weather times. But,
well, I could be wrong. That's what the military guys told me.
Yeah,
the Navy guys,
Right. Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be cold weather, as far I guess. It's a respiratory infection. So, and anybody in here, if you guys don't know Devil Dog, I think I met you in Robbie Warrior Heart.
Yep.
Warrior's Heart. Yeah.
Yep.
Warrior's Heart Live. He picked me up in there.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with you yet because it was only a day or two ago, and I haven't been able to check out your stuff. But do you have a good Father's Day?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Tried to make the best of it. Like I said, my dad was gone on a bike ride and didn't get back. I live with my dad right now, but he didn't get back till about 3:30 this afternoon, which worked out because I didn't wake up until 3 because I went fishing last night and I didn't get back from the lake until 7 this morning, or after 7. And then I didn't fall asleep till after 9. So it was a long night of.
Well, did you catch anything?
Nope. I did not catch anything.
Yeah, I went a couple weeks ago.
I did catch a gar. Yeah.
You caught a gar?
How'd you do? Yeah, there was a little gar.
Well, it's at least
I was
catching
fishing
something.
Well, I caught it in the landing net.
Okay.
I was fishing off of a fishing dock, and there's a pit in the middle, like a crappie pit, I guess. And he was just swimming around in there. I just reached the landing net down, and I grabbed him, and I should have kept him for bait. Everybody tells me that gar is pretty good for catfish bait, and he wasn't very big. He might have been probably about a 1.5 inch diameter. So not real huge. I could have cut his head off and then cut the body up into chunks. But I didn't have a bigger knife to be able to cut him, and I was kind of afraid of those teeth in that mouth.
Yeah, I know. Those gar got some freaking teeth in there.
Yeah. So I tossed him back. I just grabbed him just messing around. But there were bluegill swimming around in that pit like crazy. I shone my light down there. I mean, you could see them. You could see about a dozen at a time. And I ran to the truck and I got my throw net. And I've only ever tried throwing it like one time before, I think. Maybe twice. And I didn't do very good. I didn't find anything. But I did finally get my first bluegill. I got 2 bluegill and 1 shad through the course of my throwing it.
Nice. Eugene Brooks said, Danimal, good to see you, my friend. And
hey, Eugene, how are you?
And Dink Overstink Catfishing said, don't feel bad. All I got yesterday fishing was a big soft shell turtle. LOL.
One of these days, if I catch a soft shell turtle and I feel up to it, I'm going to try cooking one. People have said they're pretty good. But I've caught a couple at the river. And when they say they're soft shell, they are soft, flexible shells. They're kind of like leather. But, yeah, if I was any better and it's only a 3 foot radius net. So, it doesn't cover a lot, but it worked perfect for that pit. But if I was any better at throwing it, I could have ended up with, half a dozen to a dozen bluegill each throw.
Yeah, that's how we used to catch tilapia, man. And Robert Johnson said, hey, stay safe.
Hey, Robert, how you doing?
Yeah, tilapia, we would go out in the evening and throw a bunch of bread or whatever out there, and the tilapia would come because tilapia was hard to catch on a friggin' hook. Rarely did
Really?
it, but yeah, we throw a bunch of bread out there and stuff, and they'd all school kind of up and throw a cast net, and then freaking it was. And tilapia is good eating. My wife loves tilapia. Drink Dink over stink catfishing said, "LOL, that's what my brother wanted to do with it, but I never messes with it before."
Yeah, one of these days, yeah, like I've never messed with trying to cook a gar or anything, or never messed with a gar. That's I've caught two on the hook before. Last last one I caught was down at Lake Warika or Warika Lake, and it was about 2.5 to 3 foot long. I just didn't have the means to keep it while we were camping, so I threw it back. But yeah, I've never messed with a turtle either, so it's kind of one of those intimidating things.
And
But
Eugene Brooks said, "I've ate mud turtle, but never knew you could eat soft shells."
yeah, I looked it up, and apparently there are a lot of people that eat them. I've had some people tell me it's pretty good.
All I have around here is red slider.
So where were
Valerie,
you? Oh, Valerie
Va-
Irwin in the house.
yep, Valerie Irwin said, "Hey Dan, long time no talk."
Yeah, how you doing, Valerie? It's been a while since I've seen you around. I think I saw you in a live recently, but I don't think I was chatting in that one. Might have been hog legs when I was in there late at night or something. I don't remember, but no, I don't remember. But where were you at when you were catching the tilapia?
Oh, when I first moved back to Houston from Waco, I went up to Waco to go to college. But when I first moved back to Houston, I, I'll tell you in a minute. Piggy Piddle says, howdy it, Valerie Irwin. But when I first moved back to Houston, I lived over off 45 in these apartments called Indigo Falls, which we used to call them Indigetto Falls. And and Valerie Irwin said, "I'm better these days, hon. Thanks."
Good to hear.
But then I moved from Indigo Falls to a place called Windmill Lakes, and at Windmill Lakes we had a lake there with an island. It was pretty well. It was a more. I don't know. It was a lake, but it was a pretty big pond. It was huge,
Yeah.
and it had an island in the center and everything else. But and I lived like I don't know 50 feet off the water, and that's where I caught those at. But the thing is my wife would kind of make me mad because I love living there.
Yeah.
And Eugene Brooks said, "Happy Father's Day to all the fathers."
Thank you, Eugene.
Thanks, Eugene. I appreciate it. Same to you if you're a father. But I love fishing and I love living in Windmill Lakes because I go out the sliding glass door,
Yeah.
and it was about I don't know 50, 100 feet to the freaking lake. And I lived on first floor. These were 3-story apartments, but I lived on the first floor, right on the corner, and I'd go out there and go fishing all the time. There were 2 geese out there and ducks, but
Right.
so it would make me mad though because I would be at work, and after working all freaking day, I'd come home and my wife would not be anywhere in the freaking house.
Mm-mm.
And I go out to the lake and she's out there fishing, and it would piss me off. I'm working and she's out fishing.
She's getting to fish more than you.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't work at the time or anything. So, I mean, it was to me that wasn't a good setup. If it was the other way around with her working and me out fishing, that'd be totally different.
Uh huh. Of course.
Yeah, but a couple weekends ago, I live by Houston, Texas, down in Dayton, and a couple weeks ago, me and my buddy that I'm 50 years old, but we've known each other since he was in the 7th grade and I was in the 8th grade. We played football together in middle school and high school. But me and him went out fishing and went down to Trinity River,
Mm.
and he found a place by the boat ramps or whatever, and we went out there, and it pissed me off because the first time in a long time that I got skunked. I got one freaking bite, and it was a pretty big bite. It hit it pretty hard, but
Mm.
it didn't even take the bait. And I was out there for 3 hours,
Oh
and
damn.
he did catch a bass, And he went out there the day before we went out there too, and he caught a bass that day too. And yes, I do, Eugene. Eugene asked me if I have a channel. If you type in Devil Dog Chicken, I'll be probably the first one to come up. Even though it's Devil Dog, I have chickens. I have over 150 chickens and everything. So if you type Devil Dog Chicken, it's most likely the first one to come up. But so he brought both bass both days. He brought them out here and threw them in my pond because I got a pond. It's, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an acre. I mean, it's a pretty good sized pond. It's not little bitty, but it's not real big like 8 acre
Right.
or 8 acre pond either.
Yeah.
But it's a good size. I mean, I can go out there and I could cast out, and as soon as my line hits, and there's two things that I want to do to my pond eventually. One, I want to put some kind of fountain or aerator in there because it's kind of like stagnant. And the other thing is I want to build like a floating dock or build a dock kind of out there because I got a little Pelican, a little 2-man bass boat out there, but I row out in the middle of it and stuff like that. Now, I was told when I bought this land that it was like 17 foot deep, but I don't know. I think it's about 8 to 10 feet. And right now with the water being down, because one of the reasons I think I got skunked when we went out Trinity, we haven't got any rain in over a month, and it's been freaking hot. It was 100 degrees here today. Right now at 12:06 at midnight, it's still 81 degrees here. So I think it was a little bit hot. I think they went deep, even though I was fishing bottom too. And I fish for anything that bites a hook. I'm not strictly cat or strictly bass or anything else. Like last year, me and my buddy, whoops. Okay, I'm still live, so he must have lost his signal and drop it out. Thanks, Eugene Brooks. I appreciate that, buddy. Now that he's gone, y'all gonna have to talk to me because I don't like talking to a camera by myself. I'm really conversational, and all my lives I bring people up on panel for the most part. I even have time putting out videos because I don't like looking at a camera and talking to myself. He should be back in a minute here, hopefully, as soon as you get signal back. I'll just keep it going for a few minutes and hopefully he comes back. Let me see who's all out here. Well, it says just Eugene and Danimals, but just because it says only them. Okay, those chickens do not lose their neck feathers. If you're looking at my page, Eugene, those are actually naked neck chickens. They're also called Turkins. They're not any kind of turkey chicken breed or anything like that, crossbreed. They're called Turkins or naked neck chickens, and we even have a little silky naked neck, which is called a showgirl, and that's a little cute one. It's still a baby and everything. I appreciate that, Valerie. Hey, I don't know if it's Aileen. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Welcome to my kitchen. I appreciate you being here and listening. I actually come up to kind of keep him company because I know how it is driving alone or whatever else. And the neck and necks, they're pretty cool, but that little silky, it's cute. A little showgirl, actually. It's a naked neck silky, so it can't fly, but it's there he is.
Sorry about that, folks. I went through a dead zone there for about a mile or two.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, Danimal. I was trying to keep it going. Robert John, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said you're good. Appreciate it.
Not a problem. Robert Johnson said, what part of Texas? Oh, I'm from Dayton. Yeah, I know where Frisco is. My dad used to live in Fort Worth, but I'm from Dayton, which is east of Houston. It's right by Houston. And we were talking about naked neck chickens when you were gone because Eugene checked out my page and he said, what causes chickens to lose the feathers on their neck?
Yeah.
But
naked neck chickens. Valerie always likes talking about naked. Oh wait.
She kind of did that. She put the little monkey no-see and over the mouth, and then a rooster or a cock, and another chicken or something.
She's ornery. You just gotta watch out for her. No,
Yeah, Piggy Piddle says it's technically pronounced Eileen. I say
no.
Eileen. Yeah,
I say
Eileen.
Aileen. Okay.
Eileen's
So
in
now I know it's Eileen.
there. Yep. Um, Valerie said, "Shut up, Dan,"
Hmm.
with a bunch of smiley, laughing emojis.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's been hot here, so even though I did fish bottom, we were getting snagged a lot too. Freaking, I don't know. I broke like 2 or 3 lines, and he did too, Bobby. Um, and so it wasn't my ideal place to go and fishing. But we joined last year. He has an 18-foot Carolina. Not a Carolina. A hold on one second. Valerie Irwin. There's a double entendre in that. LOL. And Eileen said, I answered to anything except Elaine. um, yeah, he has a 18-foot Carolina. Is it a Carolina skiff? I think. But it can go in shallows and everything. But we've had problems with the motor for a
Right.
couple years now. We had a 50 horsepower Mercury on there, and it was had trouble going in reverse, and he couldn't figure that out or anything. So, and we also took that one. I think it was the 50 horsepower to get it fixed. It may have been the 40 horsepower because we put a 40 horsepower on there after that. But 40 horsepower Mercury. But excuse me, on the 40 horsepower Mercury, when we had the the propeller in a tub and stuff, it was kicking up water, and when you accelerate, it seemed like it was doing it fine and everything else. And I'll come back to
Right.
my story. Robert Johnson said we lived in Clear Lake during the late 70s, close to NASA Singer Lake. I know exactly where you're talking about, Robert Johnson. I lived over 45 south that way. It's by Webster, Clear Lake, NASA Road 1, etc. And
Valerie.
never been to NASA, but I've been by NASA. And okay, Valerie says, okay, now I'm innocent. I was referring to the rooster by its nickname.
Yeah, I read that. Jeez. Yep. See, I told you. She's ornery.
So, hello, Dan, D Dog, and everyone. Safe travels, bro. That comes from Solo Texan Adventures.
Hey, Ricky. See, Shane showed up. Great farmer.
Yep. I know. Well, so far, I think Great Farmer's the only one that I know. Well, no, I know Piggy Piddles. I'm subscribed to him and Shane. Shane, what are you
Yeah.
doing up, man? It's like 2 o'clock there, ain't it, in Nova Scotia, Shane? Yeah, Shane's been following me all day, and Shane had he for his Father's Day, he had lobster and salmon and some veggies and stuff,
Oh,
and
damn.
him and Grayson played a ladder ball game thing, and then Grayson got him to up to 30. Well, I think he ended up with 36 likes, but he was at like 8 likes or something like that. And Grayson said if we got him up to 30, because me and Mitchell from Hendrickson Family Farm,
Yeah.
we were wanting to see Shane get up on the trampoline out there, and Shane wouldn't do it. Shane wouldn't do it. And then Grayson started chiming in to everybody. If we get him to 30 likes, he'll get up on there. And so he ended up
That's
with 36. But he got up there because Grayson was doing tricks. He was doing backflips and everything else. Well, Shane didn't even get any air, man. And he didn't do no tricks either. I was expecting him to at least kind of jump up pretty high and then land on his butt and pop back to his feet. And he disappointed
Right.
me, man. He like hopped like a little freaking 2-year-old that got like maybe an inch off the thing, if that. I couldn't even see any light between his feet and the top of the trampoline.
Yeah. But I
Valerie
think it's good.
Valerie wants to know, Dan, how's your little guy doing?
He's doing great. I had him last week. No. Yeah, last weekend, I think it was. I had him. Yeah, I had him last weekend. He's doing good. He's getting big and smarter every day. He, he rides without his training wheels now. He loves to ride his bike, and he's always there whenever there's work to be done. Even if there's not, he wants to work and do things. We're always playing and doing things. Now that I'm back to work, and I've been trying to, help our weekends be a little bit better by trying to do things since I can afford to take him places. But a lot of times he just wants to go play with his friends or play at the playground. I took him to the firefighters museum last weekend, and he had a good time with that.
She said, "Oh, bless him."
Yeah. But yeah. So that sounds like Shane had him a good meal too.
Well,
I grew. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I grilled my dad. I grilled some ribeyes I picked up the other day when I was at Walmart. I'd say they're each 16 ounces a piece because it was a 2.01 pound package. So they grilled up nice. I grilled some seasoned asparagus, had some rice and some other fresh cut vegetables. So I had a good Father's Day dinner for my dad.
Shane said awesome.
Once we got done eating, Shane said awesome.
Awesome day it was.
Yeah, sounds like it. Oh, what I was going to say a minute ago was the last time when I was with Dominic's mom, the last time we went to Colorado, I think it was Colorado. We went to a trampoline park, one of those indoor ones.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, my body has changed drastically since I was younger because it's like my equilibrium is totally like trying to do a flip. I got dizzy just doing a flip. It's weird. Like, I don't know what, I know, your equilibrium's in your inner ear and everything else, but I don't know what's caused it to get worse. To where I get dizzy easier, spinning and doing stuff like that. Maybe that's something to talk to the doctor about.
Yeah. Piggy Piddle says, Valerie Irwin, that's your story and you're sticking to it. LOL. Solo Texan Adventure says, hello, Valerie. Just in case I'm invisible to you. Valerie Irwin said, howdy, great farmer. Solo Texan Adventures threw a crazy face and a laughy face. Great. Shane said, Valerie, hello. Piggy Piddle says, howdy, Solo Texan Adventures. Valerie Irwin said, hello, Ricky. Shane said,
you don't have to read everything everybody says. If they're saying hi to everybody else, they can talk amongst themselves. I don't mind.
Shane says, I'm no good at rides at fairs, LOL. And Shane also said earlier that did a triple somersault or something like that. Only thing Shane did was a belly flop and get stuck in the springs when he was trying to get off. He was scared.
Yeah, I've never been real good at fairs and stuff on the rides. I don't do spinny. I mean, it took till I was in high school to finally ride other than Thunder Mountain at Disney World, the very first roller coaster, like actual fast roller coaster with loops and stuff I ever rode was at Frontier City in Oklahoma City. And my friend talked me into it. And since then, I've loved roller coasters. I definitely love the ones where you sit in the seat and your feet hang.
Yeah,
those are fun.
Yeah, like Six Flags Astroworld, when we had it here before they closed it, they had Accelerate, which is like that. You sit and your feet are dangling. I loved Accelerate, man. That was my favorite one. Piggy Piddle says, I know your sinuses being off can mess up your inner ear and balance and all that.
Yeah, I haven't had any trouble with sinuses, though. It's just, it's been, we went to the fair, and Dominic's sister, I rode this, it's supposed to be like hang gliders, and you lay down on the thing, and it takes you up and down, and it just spins you around, kind of like the swings. But, man, we ended up riding, we had wristbands, and we ended up riding that thing like 3 times in a row, and I was damn near ready to puke. But, yeah, Six Flags in Arlington, they're in Dallas area. They've got, I think it's the Superman ride where your feet dangle, and that's a good one. Mr. Freeze, though, that son of a bitch, it shoots you up to like 70 miles an hour in like 2 seconds or less.
Yeah.
But that hairpin turn you make, and then all of a sudden you got to do it backwards. You go, I don't know, 200 or 300 feet straight up in the air, and then you stop and you do the whole ride backwards.
Piggy Piddle says, all that is connected. You could have sinus trouble and not know it because it is affecting your ears instead.
That could be possible.
And Robert Johnson said, my first and last was on an old wooden roller coaster at a place in Tampa, Florida.
Busch Gardens? I think Busch Gardens in Tampa.
And Solo Texan said, did you ride the Titan at Six Flags, Dan?
Oh, yeah, I've ridden the Titan many times. It's been a long time since I've been to Six Flags, but yeah, Titan was fun. Those old wooden roller coasters, they'll beat you to death.
Yeah, we have one of those too. One of the old wooden roller coasters there.
I can't remember the last wooden one I rode. We've got the Wildcat at Frontier City, and that thing is, I can't remember where it came from. It's an old one that they moved to Frontier City, and yeah, it's rough. I think I rode one at Busch Gardens in where is it? It's Frank something, or I can't remember. It's in Virginia. Went to that Busch Gardens in Virginia, and yeah, I think it was there that I rode that wooden one. And Jesus, yeah, it was a rough ride.
Yeah, Piggy said, I had a lot of ear problems as a kid, learned a bit about it, and Eugene said Thunder Road at Six Flags was rough.
Yeah. Yeah, it took, I can't remember, I think the first time I ever rode Space Mountain was with my grandpa. The last time we went to Disney World in 2014. And yeah, because I don't think I had been really into roller coasters for a while, for long. Well, it's 20 years almost.
Yeah, I haven't rode a roller coaster, I think, since I was in the Marine Corps. I had season pass to Six Flags Magic Mountain in California.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this Saturday, the 25th, I'm going fishing with Outdoors with Big Matt, if you know him.
Oh, yeah, I know Matt. That'll be cool. Where is he at in Texas?
He's you might be losing your signal again, Dan, but he lives down by Alvin. He's south of Houston.
Okay. Yeah, my signal is down pretty low.
Yeah, you're fine now. It was just a minute. It kind of wobbled out.
Okay, yeah. That'll be cool. Where are y'all gonna go fish?
I have no clue. I think he wants to go freshwater because here we can go freshwater, saltwater, or brackish, and I think he wants to go freshwater this time.
Yeah. Yeah, I went fishing Friday at Sooner Lake, which is north of Stillwater, about a half an hour. I'd never been there before. Josh has never fished. Uncle Josh, he's Uncle Josh bladesmithing, and he's part of their little group, the One Ton Fishing Club. They call themselves that because they're all big boys. But he's in town visiting his stepson with his wife, and they were where his son lives. Where their son lives is about just right around 2 hours from me, up in Ponca City. and it's about a half-hour drive for him down to the lake. And he told me a couple months ago he was going to be in town. I said, we'll make it happen. So I was able to meet up with him Friday. We went fishing. We didn't have any luck, which he had found the spot, and it ended up being nothing but turtles. Like any given time you look out in the water, you're seeing one. And
You still there, Dan? I think he's going through one of those dead spots again. Yeah. What kind of helicopter did you ride on, Piggies? Oh, the double prop. Okay, CH-46 Sea-Night. Never mind. I just caught that. Yeah, you rode on a CH-46 Sea-Night, what we call a flying coffin. Yeah, Piggies. I think he went out again. He's still here. We just can't hear him right now. I guess he'll let us know when he gets back in. Yep, that's it. He'll be back, I guess. Yeah, but I was stationed at Marine Corps Air Station Tustin, California, and I worked on CH-53 Echoes, Super Stallions, and those were a smooth ride. However, what was your MOS? What was your MOS, Piggy? Piggy's Piddles? It's kind of a tongue twister, huh? Piggy's Piddles, Piggy's Piddles. Say that 5 times fast. I can only get it twice. Shane, you still here? All right. See, now what do I need? What do I talk about? Okay. Well, since he's not here, I'll make it my show. I'm at. Hey, Shane. Yeah, you seen this earlier, Shane. Right now I'm at 230 subscribers, but haven't made a video yet or anything else. But I'm going to do a 500. Once I hit 500 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to give away this Delta Force right here. It's an automatic, and he's back. Dan, you there?
yeah, all these damn hills and valleys in Missouri.
I was about to make it my show, man. I was about to take over. Was that something radio comms or something like that, Piggy's Pedals? I think he's still in a dead spot. Okay, back to this. Yeah, when I hit 500 subs, though, it's a automatic. So as long as your state allows automatics, it's a Delta Force. I used to sell knives. I used to be a knife vendor at different shows, different trade shows, and things like that. It's got the lock here on the back. I'll make a video of it later on and put it out there. But like I said, I'm at 230 right now. And yeah, I thought 2,500 filled was radio or comms or whatever. Yeah, I was 6153 hydraulics pneumatics on CH-53 Echoes, and they combined the hydraulics and metal shop with the metal or hydraulics pneumatic shop with the metal shop. So it was all 6153 at that point in time. But that was after I got out. I got out in November 93. But see, here's the thing. The CH-53 Echo was a smooth helicopter. You didn't have the turbulence like you did on the... And Dan's back. Hey, Dan.
Okay, try this again. Hopefully that's the last time. I'm getting close to Springfield. I'm 17 miles from my exit.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. All right, so moving on.
I was taking over your show when you was gone, man. I was throwing some shameless plugs up and everything. Hello?
Yeah, I met up with Uncle Josh, and we ended up on a regular basis. Lose it again?
Yeah, you were breaking up, but you're back now.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying is it was nice to meet somebody that you talk to on a regular basis, and you're already friends with. So it was cool getting to meet Uncle Josh. He even gave me one of his knives that he made.
Oh,
That
really?
was
What
nice.
kind was it? Was you know what kind of steel it was made out of, or was it Damascus or railroad spike knife? What kind was it?
No, it's just he said it was some kind of like W1 steel or something, but it's that like an old like saw blade because it's thin, but you can see it's got the teeth on the back. So
It was okay.
it's
We were losing you, and then you came back when you said an old saw blade.
yeah, it's some type of saw blade material. It's still
Is
got
it
teeth filed down teeth on the ridge on the back or the spine, I guess.
is it fixed blade or folder? It's fixed blade.
Yeah, it's a fixed blade. It's like he uses it as a bait knife and fillet knife. So it's just one he's had that he made, and it's got a mahogany handle on it.
That was the next thing I was going to ask. What kind of scales it have on it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's mahogany handle. I actually personally haven't used it yet. He used it to cut our bait the other morning, but it seems to work pretty good. But it was just nice of him to just leave it and let me have it.
Yeah, it was.
Pick you up, Devil Dog, Valerie says.
Yeah, she said there really are naked neck chickens. She thought we were joking. She thought we were joking around.
She was looking that up.
No, I have naked neck chickens. I have over 150 chickens and a lot of different kinds, and I have naked neck. So obviously, she's seen one of my naked neck chickens.
I come across a video. It's been well over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, but it was a guy who built a radio controlled chicken coop that he could just move around his yard.
Yep. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, like when the chickens got done fertilizing the patch of land from all their poop, he'd move it somewhere else.
Yeah, I've never seen one radio controlled like that. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, just look it up. It was pretty neat.
But there is someone on here, somebody sent me a link or whatever on YouTube that has like several cameras. It's a 24/7 stream or whatever. He has several cameras in his chicken coop or whatever. And if somebody donates money, it drops food out or peanuts or something to the chickens, and they go out, and it's just for people to watch and stuff. He's genius, man. I mean, he's getting paid for people to watch his chickens.
Right. That's pretty cool. I've gotten subscribed to I think it's Brownsville Deer Pantry, and they've got cameras set up all over these feeders that they've got out for the deer. And I can't remember. I think they're up in Maine or somewhere up northeast. But it's kind of neat to just go in and watch the deer because they've got trough cams and then they've got distance cams, and you'll get to see bucks fighting and everything. And especially like during the winter, I mean, I saw one day where I can't remember, there had to have been 100 deer, 150 deer, all just hanging out there eating and just hanging out.
Yeah,
it's pretty neat.
Yeah, it is. I let go of my deer lease a couple years ago. I didn't have the money for it or anything, but we do have. They're not pet deer. They're not ours or anything.
Mm-hmm.
but they come and drink at my pond. We have like
Mm.
13 of them that eat my front yard a lot of times and drink at my pond. But then I have raccoons, squirrels, armadillos, possums, freaking rabbits, everything
Right.
here, and I've seen it all. I have 2.5 acres. You know, it ain't like I have a huge place or anything, but I have 2.5 acres, and most of it behind my place is wooded and everything. So, and
Yeah.
my wife, you know, we like to watch the deer. Like she'll come out in the morning, drink coffee on the porch, and there'll be deer out eating. And it was funny because I think it was 2 years ago, maybe it was a year ago, but there was like two little fawns that were out there. They still had their spots on them and everything else, and it had rained a lot, and this one little fawn was looking at its own reflection in the water,
Hmm.
and it tried to hit the other deer with its paw. And when it did, it hit the water, and the water rippled, and it scared itself, and it jumped back and started running a circle and everything. It was cute, you know. It was funny
That's
watching
hilarious. Yeah, I love watching wildlife. I was on the way home from the lake this morning, and shoot, it wasn't 100, 150 yards in front of me. This doe was out in front of the road, out in the road. I can't remember if I came around a curve or what, but this doe was out there in the middle of the road. When I saw her, shoot, I was closing in quick, so I had to hit the brakes pretty good. And when I finally get up there, she had walked, kind of trotted off the road back to the ditch. And on the other side of the tree, on the other side of the fence, there were, I think, two other doe just standing there. I'm like, yeah, I bet they told her to go ahead and go out and check to see if the coast is clear and go check things out before they hopped over that fence to cross the road. But she ran back over there to them, and they were all like, hey, what's going on? Oh, okay, a truck.
it. Yeah, Valerie put chickens, the pets that poop breakfast. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
in my life, shoot, chicken poop ain't nothing, man. They poop on me all the time because my chickens are pretty freaking tame. They'll come land on me, jump, take food from me and everything else. But
Mm-hmm.
I do have five turkeys, and they're all juvenile. The oldest one's like 3 months,
Oh, nice.
and I was out in my doing a live in my chicken coop the other day, and Saturday morning, I believe, and I was there for about 3 hours, and I was said, "All right, I'm gonna get off." And they're like, "No, you can stay. You can stay. You ain't gonna go nowhere." Blah blah blah. And I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Well, this turkey, the 3 month old one, jumps. It kept jumping on my shoulder and walking, and looking around because turkeys are curious, they're clumsy, and they're stupid. All
Right.
right, but this thing, it jumped on me, and I was talking and everything, and all of a sudden, at like 3 hours and 5 minutes, right after they said that, this thing took a massive dump right on my back, and I felt it, and it started running down. And I said, "Okay, guys, that's it. I'm signing off. Semper Fi."
Oh, geez.
Uh, and I took my camera, and I didn't know how bad it was. I kind of held it to my back, see if they could see it or whatever. So I got off. I went in the house, and my they're right by my house, right out the back door. So I come
Mm-hmm.
in, took my shirt off, and that thing was huge. I'm like, and it was crazy, But that's the thing. I don't care about getting pooped on a little bit with chickens and stuff like that because I got a shower and change of clothes right here.
Right.
But that one was nasty.
Well, that'll teach you not to let the turkeys on your back, huh?
Well, I'm trying to tame them, because the tamer they are, the more fun they are. They'll fall well if they're males and stuff. They kind
Mm-hmm.
of take a protective role and they strut around and they look cool and everything else. So I mean, I'm trying to get them to where when you go out, they're used to you, used to interacting and everything, and not going to run away from you.
Right. Yeah, my old friend, my friend's dad still lives on the back side of the neighborhood, and he's wheelchair bound. He's been there since '91, I think it was. He was on a hunting trip with my dad and some of the other dads from the baseball and football team, and he fell out of his tree stand, been paralyzed ever since.
Wow.
But he kind of picked up farm, animals. He's got goats and sheep, and he's got turkeys. At one time, he had a pet deer. Um, he's got guineas, and then I think he even had a peacock. Um, But yeah, those I've seen his turkeys walking around, and yeah, the way they strut around, it's neat to watch them.
And they gobble too. If you gobble at them or something, or if you say
Yeah,
something to them, they gobble back. It's kind of cool. Uh,
right.
what good is a peacock other than looking pretty?
I guess just to look pretty, give you something to look at. I don't know.
Because my chickens, we don't have broiler hens or anything. We don't have meat birds, you know. But what my chickens are for is, for one, we sell eggs, you know,
Yeah,
and they basically pay for themselves. You know, we sell eggs plus, you know, they give us eggs to eat where I ain't got to buy eggs.
right.
Uh, and I'm building a chicken cave. I already have several coops and stuff, but I'm
Yeah,
building a chicken cave. And so my wife's actually separating by breed so she can sell eggs to incubate, or
mm,
if we hatch them, she can sell chicks, or if we grow them up to laying hens, she can sell the laying hens.
yeah,
And so she's doing that by breed. We have Americanas, we have uh, cream leg bars, and we have silkies right now. But as far as the turkeys, we're kind of going to do the same thing with that. And if you've ever eaten a turkey egg, man, they are different than a chicken egg.
I
They're
haven't.
I like them. Okay, they're creamier and they got a different taste to it.
Yeah.
And Susquehanna Stan says, "Oh, chickens are great. We have 15."
What's
And
up, Stan?
but they're good. I mean, I love turkey eggs, so we'll raise the turkeys for eggs or for incubating the, you know, or selling the turkeys and everything else. Because a full grown turkey you can sell for like $75.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
and but they're heritage birds. The turkeys that we have, they're not like broad breasted white or bronze breasted or whatever. They're not meat birds, because meat birds, they grow a lot quicker and they get bigger for like turkey, you know, or Thanksgiving dinner, stuff like that.
Right.
But they have problems. The males have problems breeding. They have heart attacks a lot of times and stuff like that. So they don't live long anyway. The meat
Damn.
birds, but the heritage birds, they do. So
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know much about any kind of birds really. I've never had any kind of. We've never had any kind of livestock or any kind of fowl or anything else. My dad grew up. You know, they raised. I think they raised pigeons and all kinds of stuff. You know, they raised their own beef and stuff like that. But I don't know anything about that stuff personally.
Stan, what kind of
Now,
chickens you got?
eventually, it'd be neat to be able to have a place and do that stuff. But I want goat. I want a goat.
Yeah, I want a couple goats too. The chicken cave I was telling you about, there's like a center aisle, and I eventually plan on getting me a couple goats, hopefully, maybe.
Yeah, I want the fun little playful goats.
Yeah, like I was thinking about what are they? Something dwarf, not Nigerian. I don't think it's something like that. Nigerian dwarf. Yeah, maybe it is Nigerian. Not Nigerian
Yeah.
dwarfs. They stay little, so it's not very much food, and they're playful and funny to watch and stuff like that.
I like watching the videos on YouTube of the ones getting on trampoline.
Oh, really? Well,
hmm
I don't know if you know them, but Butt Nuggets Homestead, they have goats there. They have the fainting goats.
No,
Uh,
I've never seen that channel.
Here's the thing though. I told them, I said, that's Brett and Deborah, and I'm like, you need to make them. You need to get a video of them fainting and stuff like that. And their goats ain't scared of them no more. And it was funny because one time on a live, I told them to make them faint. And Deborah was running around chasing the goats, trying to make them faint, and the goats were just running from her. They didn't faint,
That,
but but I seen this one video where the goats were going in a hole in a wall, and they were kind of tripping over a step, kind of that they had to step over. And
yeah,
every time one of them went over there, they fainted, and they was fainting on top of each other, and it was funny. I think those are funny.
yeah, yeah. Goats are fun. I've never had any, but yeah, we looked at them at the fair and everything, and talked to some of the breeders and or some of the people showing their goats and stuff, and yeah, They were neat.
Give me 1 second.
Hey.
I'll be right back.
All right. I'm going to step out really quick, too. You guys hold it down. I'll be right back.
All right, I'm back. Hello. Where did he go? Is it? Valerie said, "Shh." Is that to me? Am I? Shh. Oh. Do I need to be quiet? Oh,
I'm back.
I've been back.
Good. I had to stop really quick. Oh.
Yeah, I had to make a pit stop too.
Well, I'm back in Springfield now. And, you know, Springfield is, there are a lot of homeless people. And it is a, shoot. Change. Settings. Camera. Back. There we go. But, I mean, they hang out everywhere. Like, right here, you know, they're just hanging out in front of the store. There's a bunch of them there. But this is, yeah, I learned my lesson. I made a community post about, it was a long story, but I tried to help a homeless man out, and it turned into him going to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
Because he fell out of the back of my truck apparently when he was getting out. Because I was just giving him a ride from the laundromat when I went to go do my laundry, giving him a ride from the laundromat to a motel because he said he had a little bit of money and wanted to get a room and someplace, you know, warm and dry and everything. So I was like, okay, I'll give him a chance and let him ride in the back of the truck. And yeah, he fell out and ended up busting his head wide open, was passed out. And I called 911. He went to the hospital.
Oh, wow.
But,
yes. See, it's like downtown Houston, man. I mean, I used to work downtown for a while. And whenever they were doing construction on buildings or whatever, they would have like the scaffolding and it would have kind of like wood on the sides where tunnel you kind of walk through or whatever else. And they have like encampments set up a lot of places. You know, they have their little tents they sleep in and stuff like that. But they would walk in these freaking tunnels and crap on the ground outside on the sidewalk where people walk and stuff like that. And then I also did, you know, U-Haul repairs and stuff. So I'd go to a U-Haul center to work on it. And they would go and hang out right outside the U-Haul and sleep outside there. And the U-Haul, the general manager did have to run them off the next day. And they've even opened up the back of U-Hauls and climbed in and slept inside of U-Hauls.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I bet they learned to lock their U-Hauls up completely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, luckily where I'm staying, there's not really too much riffraff and homeless and druggies on them that they don't really come north of I-44, which is where I'm staying. They pretty much kind of stay south. So that's not, that's good because I don't feel unsafe or anything here at the motel where I'm staying. I haven't had anything. If I have anything in the bed of my truck, nothing's been messed with. Haven't lost anything, so that's always good. But I mean, there are still, they won't even rent, this motel won't even rent to local people. It says, yeah, we will not rent to local residents because I guess they've ended up with a lot of rooms getting destroyed and torn up from people just coming in wanting to do drugs and cause trouble.
Steve Lock 760's here. He said, Danimal, my brother, drive safe and happy Father's Day. Good looking ribeyes you grilled up.
Thanks, Steve. I just actually pulled into the motel. So I'm going to, let me see, change this. Go back. Thinking about having to change the camera around on this, but yeah. So, yep, Steve, I appreciate it. And we got 13 people in here. Been holding 10 to 13 people in here the whole time. That's been good. Devil Dog, I appreciate you coming up and keeping me company and keeping everybody in the chat company and reading for me and everything. So, but it is going on 1 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to be up at 7, and I still have to unload the truck, get my room organized again, and get into bed. So, that said, I'm going to say goodnight. Like I said, Devil Dog, I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Semper Fi.
Jenny Satuccio. Yep, Semper Fi, sir. That Jenny Satuccio, that's a new one. Or Satuito, however you say it. Sorry if I butcher it. Yeah, you too, Valerie. But thanks for coming in, everybody. It's been nice. Like I said, it was just an impromptu little live that I wanted to see if I could get anybody to keep me company. It was a long, quiet drive, except for the music that I was listening to. But hey, you too, Eugene. Thanks, Eugene, Valerie, Piggy, Eileen, Stan, Steve Loke, everybody that's been in here. It's been hanging out. Thanks for coming in, but y'all have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow sometime in the live, I'm sure. But that's it. Good night, everybody. Bye. Yes, sir, Piggy. I'm glad you could too. All right. Good night.